Now, this e-bike was sent to me by DYU. They asked me to go ahead and evaluate it, and that's what I'm gonna do. But guys, I'm gonna give you my honest, unbiased opinion. They're not paying me. They did send me the bike, but I'm gonna tell you exactly what I think about this e-bike. It's a no holds barred, honest, barefoot review, and it's my opinion, so I'm gonna tell you what I think. Ah, that new e-bike smell. This must be the seat. Box of goodies. Oh, cool, they sent me a bicycle chain. Doesn't look like we'll be able to ride it today, unfortunately. Okay, right out of the box, I'm going to tell you guys what I love about this bike already. And that's the fact that everything's together. There's really no assembly required here, very little. Put the seat in, it's all one piece, tires are already on it, don't have to mess with any of that. All right, I gotta put the pedals on, big deal. Those just screw right in, put the seat right on there. I mean, it's all together, no fuss, no muss. Let's see what's in the box. Detailed instruction packet. This will be the charger. Wow, look how nice and compact that is. And here's the pedals. And look at this. Give you this handy dandy utility tool. Wow, with everything that you could need. This is great because you could fit this in your bag and take it with you in case you have a mishap. Something needs to be tightened or adjusted. Look at that. Wow, that's the nicest one I've seen. It's a Swiss Army knife for e-bikes. All right, I'm gonna finish tightening this up, putting the other one on. We're gonna take this baby for a test ride. I've tested quite a few e-bikes on this channel, and many of you have reached out to me and said, well, Barefoot, some of those e-bikes, they're too big, they're too heavy, they go too fast for me. 27! Woo-hoo! I don't need all that power. But that's where this little baby comes in. Say hello to the brand new DYU C2 Commuter e-bike. That's right, Commuter. Every other e-bike I've ever tested was a larger, heavier, more powerful e-bike with a completely different use in mind. This, however, is for someone that's looking for something that's lighter, more transportable, and will get you through town a lot more easily. Let's take a look at the bike. We'll start at the front and we'll work our way back. They're calling the color blue, and it's pretty Florida blue right there. Almost like a powder blue, I would say. And it's definitely fitting for Florida colors. The tires, I'll tell you what, they're not big, as is intended, because I want to keep the weight down on this bike, being that it's a commuter, but they're very substantial. They're very hardy tires, if you will. They've got a nice tread on them. They're 16-inch by 2.5-inch tires. And you can see these spokes here. So it's a good looking wheel as well. Dual mechanical disc brakes, front and back. And it's a good looking, almost futuristic commuter bike. So a lot of commuter bikes will have that sort of, you know, grandma, grandpa type look, or just not very stylish. This one happens to be a very stylish, good looking bike. And it starts with this frame. It's kind of got that George Jetson look about it. It's an integrated die-cast magnesium alloy. So that helps keep it strong, but also light. And the headlight is right there. It's actually built into the frame. So I kind of like it because it fits in with the body. It looks really cool with that aerodynamic look. The other thing about it is if you have a separate unit, they could break or possibly even be stolen. This one's built right in. And here you go, I just turned it on. And I turned it on from here. This is a very simple display. It's small and it's compact. There are 3 gears or speeds on this bike, and you do that by touching it. First gear, second gear, third gear. And this down here is for your modes. On off switch right here. Now, probably the first thing that I should point out about this bike is the fact that even though it's this small, it's 58 inches long, by the way, it is also a folding bike. This bike only weighs 52 pounds. 52 pounds, which for an e-bike is extremely light. A lot of e-bikes will weigh 75, 80, even up to 100 pounds or more. So 52 pounds is about half that. So to fold it is really very easy. You're really not gonna fight with it. You could be a 90-pound weakling and still be able to lift a 52-pound bike. But here's the folding mechanism right here. As it says, press the red button, open the latch. Behind the seat, you got this grip right here. So it makes it much easier to lift the bike. And it's that easy. It also has this convenient little stand down here. So, I mean, I'm on grass right now, but you just put it down like that. Press this button right here, and this folds down. Pull this. And there you go. If you have an SUV, certainly plenty of room. I think you could even get this into the trunk of a mid-size, maybe even smaller car, because it folds down very compactly. Is that a word? It is now. And then when you're ready to go, and that's it. Just to give you guys an idea of the size, from the front of the bike to my shoulder is probably 2/3 of the bike. Like I said, it's about 58 inches long. So even if you have like a small apartment or a patio you want to keep this on, no problem. And when you're ready to go, there is an on-off switch here, so you got to remember to have that in the on position, obviously, if you want to make tracks. They did also provide this nice chain so that I could tie the bike up. A word about the seat. It's not the most comfortable thing I've ever sat on, in all honesty, but it does the job. What I do like about the seat, though, is they were smart. They put little markers on the seat stem. Anytime you need to adjust the seat for whatever reason, you could remember exactly where you had it so that you go to your spot. A couple of e-bikes make it necessary to remove the seat in order to put the battery in, which isn't too smart, to be honest. So if you got to do that, you're going to have to readjust the seat every single time you put the battery back into the bike. And if it's not marked, you're not going to remember, so you're going to have to keep making it higher, making it lower, readjusting it, and you know, that's a little bit of a hassle. By the way, it's got this rear brake light here that I shouldn't cover, but I'm not sure if you guys can see that. There it goes, it lights up. I doubt you will find this on many smaller commuter bikes. It's got actually a pretty good built-in suspension. I mean, look at this. This is great, and I rode it here to the golf course, and I'll tell you that it definitely handled the bumps. This would be where you would charge the battery. You open this up, the battery is in here in the main compartment of the bike, and there's a key that they give you, and so you just put the key in the battery to get the battery out. Personally, for me, it's just a lot easier to charge it while it's in the bike and never have to take the battery out, but that's up to you. You can do it either way. So brake, brake. This is your throttle. It's a half twist throttle. You hold it down. There is no cruise control that I know of that I could find, and I didn't see it anywhere in the instructions. So if I missed that, let me know, but I don't believe so. I do like the handlebar, pretty solid. And then you have these rubber handles with the hand grip here. It's nice and comfortable. They give you a bell. And located here over the rear wheel is this rack. Very convenient so that you could put a backpack or, you know, whatever it is that you want to bring with you. For a bike this size, it's got a decent sized motor. So it's a hub motor, 350 watt, 500 watt max. It's a simple bike with a simple operation. That's pretty much the bike. Now, let's take her for a spin. So this is the golf course, and before you guys yell at me in the comments, oh, what are you doing on a golf course? Get off the golf course. It just rained torrentially. There's not a soul here. There's nobody here, okay? So if there were people playing golf, I wouldn't do it here. Nobody's here. So now it's an e-bike test facility. It does have pedal assist, so while it's on, kickstand. Convenient little kickstand here that looks really well put together. All right, here goes nothing. So that's miles per hour. It says we're going 8 right now. And again, this isn't a speed demon, so don't expect that. This is a commuter. It's meant to take you through town and pretty much anywhere else that you want to commute to. All right, let's get it up to 2 now. So that'll take you up to 11. According to DYU, hold on, I want to avoid this puddle. E-bike and water is not a good combo. According to DYU, this should get up to 15.5 miles per hour or 25 kilometers. Let's see what this baby can do. 12, 13, 14. Woohoo! It's not all about speed, guys, when it comes to an e-bike. It's about comfort, it's about range, it's about durability, reliability, how well built it's made. This seems to be very well built. If you're in the market for a scooter, the thing about a scooter is you're not going to get the same steadiness that you'll get on an e-bike. You got to be really careful. You could never let go of both hands on a scooter. I haven't been able to without endangering yourself and others. Yeah, we're definitely topping out at 14 miles an hour. So I'll tell you what, this really was a good place to test this out. The other thing you're not going to get with most scooters is a seat. So there are scooters that outweigh this bike without seats. So that's something to maybe consider, depending on what your needs are. But if you're looking for a commuter bike that's light, easy to store, and gets you where you need to go, plus has folding capability, I think this is a great option. And plus it looks pretty good. So is there anything I don't like about the DYU C2 e-bike? Not a whole hell of a lot. It is what it is. Just because I'm used to going much faster. But when I'm on it, it feels like it's got some good power and it feels like I'm going fast enough. I mean, guys, how fast do you need to go if you're commuting? Not a huge fan of the display. Again, it's small, which is nice, and it's pretty simple, but it felt a little quirky to me. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. I did read the instructions. Had a little bit of a difficult time getting it into miles per hour. You know, maybe they could have done a little bit of a better job with the display itself, but I mean, it's functional. The brakes are good. Stopping power was awesome. I don't hear any squeals when I hit the brakes like I did on some other e-bikes that I've tested. There is one thing that could be a concern for you. It really isn't for me, but there is no Shimano gear shifter for the bicycle itself. In keeping with the simplicity, the lightweight of the bike, and also keeping the price down, it's not on here. So it's basically just one speed. You just pedal, and if you're going too fast for the speed that it comes with, then you're gonna, your legs are gonna be going pretty fast. But it's nice that it offers the pedal assist, and I found this to be a pretty smooth ride. The range is listed at 18.5 miles. That's opening up the throttle the whole way. 25 miles with pedal assist. Listen, when it comes to range, it's really going to depend on who's riding the bike. That shock absorber definitely does the job of improving the overall ride experience. There it is, 15. So guys, that is the DYU C2 electric folding bike from DYU. They got it priced right now at under $700, so it's $699. I'll put the link in the description. Again, I do not get paid for anybody that buys a bike. That's completely your decision. So definitely do your research. But all in all, I think this is, of course, the first commuter bike that I have reviewed here on the channel, but I think it's a good one. So check it out. Till next time, from the golf course, a little wet, this is the Barefoot Vlogger saying, happy trails and keep on riding.